In this chapter, we'll add value to the application we have built thus far. What we're going to do is adding a checkbox. So you can see it here. Je parle français, which is I speak French. If you click on it, then my answer in the button is now in French. And if I unclick, it's going back to English. So it's going to be Hello Joshua or Salut Joshua. So let's go in the main.xml. And let's see the changes I made. Yes, the changes I already made. This means you're not going to watch me coding, but instead I will explain the changes I already made so that we save some time. So in this layout, I just added a linear layout, including the button and the checkbox. So that's what you can see right here, the linear layout. Of course, it's an horizontal linear layout. And so in this linear layout, you see the button and the checkbox, those two items. So I'm just indenting the code so that it's easier to read. So the linear layout, of course, its layout width will be fill parent. I didn't change anything in the button, and I've added this checkbox. Width and height is going to be wrap content. I've created, of course, an ID for this button, which is I speak French. The text is Je parle français, which is I speak French. By default, this checkbox is not checked, and I changed the text size to 5 points. So you saw that without the 5 points, the results were not that pretty. I'm saving, and that is for the changes in the layout. Now let's check the Java code. And this is simply what I've added. So, first, I've defined a checkbox item, which I called I speak French. I've extracted this object from my layout with findViewID with the name r.id.ispeakfrench. Then I've created a listener that you can see right here, equals onClickListener. And I assigned it to my checkbox with setOnClickListener. So when I will receive a click on this checkbox, whether it is to check it or to uncheck it, this listener will run the following code. So the method is onClick, and the object on which the click happened will be view, but I know that this object is more than a view. It's a checkbox object. So I've created v2, and I've just casted v into v2 and providing the object checkbox. Now I will have to check the state of this checkbox. So I'm going to use this method, isChecked, and if it is checked, then I will change the content of my button, and it's going to be Salut Joshua if it is checked. And if not, I will go back to the English version, which is Hello Joshua. And now we're just going to try to make sure Joshua is going to answer in our own language. So let's go up a little bit, and let's check the My Button listener. So here, and we're going to say if I speak French, is checked. Well, in this case, we'll do something. If not, we'll do something else, which is answering in English. which is already what I had, so I do not change that. I keep that here. And so here, in the then case, we're going to answer in French, with Joshua réponse instead of Joshua answer. And see, I've already added the Joshua réponse here. Would you like to play a game of chess? In French will be Voulez-vous jouer à une petite partie d'échecs? And here, see, since there is a quote, I need to backslash it. If I don't, I'm gonna have an error in my XML file. So let's now see what the EDI has to say. And here it's saying that I'm using I speak English, which is defined after. So I'm going to take that out from here. Okay, so I just cut it, and I'm going to create it. Okay, maybe here, but I would better do that here. Just because, see, in my code I'm using my button, and my button is defined by this final button, my button equal blah blah blah. So I would have had another issue. So another error. Let's check it. And we can see that this environment, this development environment, is very clever, because I misspelled I speak French, and it's trying just to fix my English. See, I had an extra C, and the environment is smart enough to see that I did that, and is proposing me to fix it with the right variable name, which is okay. So that's that being fixed. Now I can save it. No more errors. I will try to run this application, and let's see what it's doing. So, hello Joshua in English. I have the answer in English. Now in French, and I have Voulez-vous jouer à une petite partie d'échecs? Going back to English, still working well. Well, c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. That's it for this chapter, and I'll see you in the next one.